To be honest, I never thought I was gonna make a video like this. I really thought it was gonna be more along the lines of me not wanting to come back to this channel because I just really lack the motivation or the confidence to really keep up with the uploads, the times to try and like upload new content and all of that. But you can probably already tell that this video isn't a video that's talking about me leaving YouTube forever. There is gonna be a return of Lucky. When that will be, I honestly do not know. But for now, I want to go ahead. I wanted to make this video to discuss the things that have really been the major part of why I have not uploaded any videos in the past year. I mean, we already know the number one reason, and I can't say that. I can't say the reason exactly because if I do, YouTube is going to want to demonetize me. But I'm pretty sure you can all understand that times are currently tough, and including with the second reason, my mental health, things that have been going around in my family, a lot of things that have been going around in my life as well, school. It's been quite a roller coaster, and I wanted to make this video to talk about some of those things and discuss about the future of my channel and where exactly I want to try and lead this channel for. For starters, my philosophy with YouTube channels is that people create YouTube channels either for three main reasons: to entertain people, to become massive trolls or liars who just gain fame with clickbait, or to become famous people who gain and garnish a lot of money and focus a lot on good quality content, and mainly they just become people of great power on YouTube until a scandal pops up and then things don't really go well for them. The main reason I wanted to create a channel was because I wanted to know what it felt like to be a YouTuber. I wanted to create content for people that would hopefully spread some joy, make people happy, make people laugh. And honestly, seeing the views of my videos, I noticed that some people were, at the very least, content with watching some of my content. Even if it was just a couple of videos like Hearts of Iron, a couple of Gaming Sunday videos that I would sometimes do, and yeah. However, I will say this, I am planning on making new content. As you can see, you are currently watching a Fistful of Frags gameplay that I decided to use. Unlike, I was originally going to plan to use a Hearts of Iron gameplay, but then I realized, nah, I don't believe Hearts of Iron gameplay can really fit for a setting like this. So yeah. Anyways, the main focus of this video right now is I want to talk about my mental health and the fact that over this past year, I've been having a lot of problems mentally. Like, a lot of issues have been coming up, mainly with school, friends, a whole ton of other issues. I've been in a relationship, but I won't get into that. It's been quite a roller coaster when it comes to really talking about how I'm currently mentally and how I really am trying to like handle the situations that keep coming up towards me. Of course, I'm not exactly a kind of person that likes to bottle up his feelings or try to like hide the fact that he's not feeling well or something like that. Because I usually want to try and get help, which is why a few months ago I started taking psychologist appointments where I could talk to somebody and discuss about how I feel mentally. And so far, it's been helping me out with a lot of things. It's been helping me out with certain situations, expressing myself, and really just imagining a couple of new things. I've also wanted to know that another main reason why I've never really uploaded that much was because I became a sort of writer. I have been recently writing a ton of Google Docs in Google documents in which I go ahead and write stories of my own. Stories that honestly I try to make it so that I express as much as I can about what I intend to, like, what I try to do. Like, the stories I try to make aren't exactly stories that I expect people to like immediately, but for the most part, it's stories that I want to send a sort of message to a couple of people, or just give people laughs if I ever actually want to publish them or let people see them. Another reason why I've not been uploading anything on YouTube is it's mainly just the stress. whenever you're a YouTuber and even like a starting YouTuber, you have to figure out your whole scheduling thing. Like you have to plan like dates of when you're gonna make a video. You have to try and get everything under control with like figuring out if whether or not you're gonna have the time to upload the video or even make the video. And then you also have the issues with potential issues coming in the way of family members, like very emergency situations, and just a whole lot of things, which would cause a lot of stress on my already fragile mental health. Of course, it's not exactly a very like mental health is something that's very terrible to talk about sometimes because, well, it's mainly due to the fact that not a lot of people really like to talk about how they're doing mentally, and I'm one of those people. I don't really tend to talk that much about how I am mentally, and I'm not entirely sure if I should really change that. Well, I probably should. But all I can really say about that is like YouTube being a YouTuber adds a little layer of stress that a lot of people just can't really handle. That's kind of what happened with me. I was flung with a bit of stress about what exactly I should make, what content should I produce next, so that I could actually try and see if I can keep people like entertained and, you know, excited about the content that I create. Which honestly, I feel like I've tried my best so far with what I was doing. Of course, there also does come the time when some YouTubers they sometimes feel like they're not doing good enough. Of course, me being a starting YouTuber, I didn't have the real good ideas of how to edit anything. My first ever videos I always created were on my phone, and honestly, they were just like they were just the most like, they were just very it was just the most like stressful moments I had to deal with. Like, honestly. Now that's not to say that the stress was the main reason of why I stopped doing YouTube for the most part. But in reality, it was just the very exact major reason, the number one reason why I just couldn't make any more videos for like an entire year was mainly due to the simple fact of it was just I could never find the perfect time to make a video. And in fact, I also didn't like my videos and how they looked. Back then, I had a headset, and sometimes not even a headset, that was terrible at recording or actually getting my voice to be heard. And honestly, that was just and then because of that, I already started to feel like my content wasn't really good quality because I wasn't utilizing or having any actual good sound, which in turn would make me feel like I wasn't doing the best I could with what I had. Combining that with the fact that in my first early years, I utilized a recording software that was all right. Like I could pause things, like do these interesting things, and my heart like it was amazing that I could utilize it because in my Hearts of Iron games, it would make time go better, and I wouldn't have to sit there and have to like try and talk to try and like keep the attention of the audience. But ever since I swapped over to like another recording software, I never had that liability. There was no option. I couldn't pause anything. All I could do was record, and that's all I did. There was nothing else I could do with that recording software. And back then, I didn't know a single thing about how to do basic editing, so I just uploaded the videos like that. And honestly, I would feel like I was not doing the like. Honestly, I felt like I didn't like that. I didn't like it whatsoever. Like I felt like I was. A part of me felt like I was doing something wrong. Like almost as if I was like cheating you guys out of something that could have been better. Sometimes I always thought about whether or not it was a good decision to swap to this new recorder. I mean, because to be honest, this new recorder probably would have worked a whole lot better if I knew how to properly edit some videos so that instead of just uploading an entire mesh of a video, I could go ahead and, edit things out, add some more spice to the video, or just make it better. So that honestly just caused a ton of real real like mental thinking and a lot of like just a whole lot of like down talking myself because sometimes I would just talk to myself and just be like, oh, this video is not that great. It's worse than my previous one. Like, sure, I got a couple of views on it, but even then, I would still think, it's not good. I could have done better. If only I knew, if like, I could have done something better. I could have done something better for them. But honestly, it was just something I could not really handle that much. It was truly something I really could not handle. But anyways, now that we're done talking about that, I want to go ahead and focus the remaining few minutes of this video talking about what I plan on doing with the channel. Now, for starters, let's start off with a very important question. Am I quitting YouTube? I've already answered that question, but I want to go ahead and say it very clearly. No, I am not quitting YouTube. I am not going to stop making videos. However, I'm not entirely sure how long it will be until my next video comes out, as I am currently still dealing with a couple of issues myself, and of course this first video is kind of like a test because, well, I've actually kind of tried to like edit some things out, of course, or make some editing possible, so yeah, we'll just have to see on how if I'm willing to like actually make a new video with this newer editing stuff. It probably won't be perfect, but it's the least I could probably do because I do want to try getting some editing in some of my videos. And furthermore, the second question I want to talk about is, will there be a redesign for the channel? Possibly. My logo has always been like, those Irish four-leaf clovers. I forgot their names for a second. And that's because I wanted to go ahead and convey that my channel was all about luck. I called myself Lucky Explosion because it was a name that I had with friends, and it was a name that me and my sister came up with for a character that we created back then. And of course, my friends would always call me Lucky because I was very lucky in a lot of situations. So I kind of just stuck with it, and that's basically where the whole Lucky name just came from. So yeah. I mean, the revamping, like the redesigning, could possibly be like a new logo, something like possibly like having a catchphrase or something like that, and possibly even an intro, like a new and improved intro. Although I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be able to get that to work because I'm not entirely sure. Like I'm still a bit new with this editing software, so it might take me a while to truly get the full potential of this. But once I do, I'll probably make sure to try and create better content so that you guys will, at the very least, not feel cheated out. Now, the third thing I want to talk about the future of this channel is, do I expect this channel to be popular? And my obvious answer to that is, I don't personally believe that this channel is going to be popular. Sure, it might get a couple of views, a couple of subscribers, but it's definitely not going to be something that I'm going to like make my entire life upon, because I do have bigger plans in the future. What I do want, the only reason I'm joining YouTube or making these videos is because I want to entertain people. I'm not doing it for money. I'm not doing it for anything like that. I want to do it because I just want to. I want to experience the YouTube experience, make some good content for people to laugh and enjoy, especially during times like this. It's honestly just it's honestly just stuff I want to like. I want to do this because I want to have fun, and I want to show you guys. I want you guys to laugh. That's mainly what I believe a YouTuber's job should be: to entertain people, to make them laugh, to make them enjoy things, to make them have a lot more fun, and forget the troubles that they're having currently in life. So that's mainly the reason why I joined YouTube. Now, the fourth thing I want to talk about, and this will be the final thing that I will talk about before I discuss a couple of small things, is for the final thing about the channel. Um, will there be any potential collabs in the future? And to answer that question, I honestly do not know. I don't know if I will be collabing with really anybody, to be honest. Nor do I know if whether or not these collabs are going to be, like, they'll probably be with my friends, but a couple of my friends only have a couple of, have some channels, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be 100% like making collabs with them. If I do, it'll only be for like a fund or something like that, and I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be the one to upload the collab video or if it's going to be them. But I can't really be one to say if I'm going to be doing collab videos. It'll probably be in a while, or once I get a hand in trying to figure out how to properly utilize things like this editing software, and figuring out what my content should be. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of small things that I didn't really want to go ahead and talk about until the end or towards the end of the video. For starters, uh, for one thing, I would like to point out that I am not insane. Though I would like to say that sometimes I believe I am insane. Why am I telling you guys this? I'm mainly saying it because, for starters, when I say my mental health isn't that good, I don't want you guys to think that, oh, that maybe he's talking about himself possibly going mad or something like that. Because no, I'm not going insane, I'm not going mad, although I've had a couple of issues, like a couple of times where things like that have made me think I might be going insane, but not exactly in the form of, oh, I'm gonna become like a psychopath or something like that, no. I've never had one of those kind of thoughts or moments where I've tried to like plan out crazy things. And honestly, now that I think about it, the second thing I wanted to totally and talk about after that one, which honestly I don't really know why I talked about it. The second thing I wanted to talk about, which is mainly the bigger thing, but one of the smaller things, is if honestly, I really want to say thank you guys. I like honestly to the people who have watched my channel since the very beginning, to the people who now see this video, I want to personally give each and every one of you a very big thank you and a warm hug because honestly, if you guys hadn't given me the ton of support and likes and comments that I've gotten on some of my videos and views, I honestly would have probably given up on YouTube like very long time ago, like, honestly, because like it's like I feel like I'm a part of a newer family, like a family of people who I'm making laugh, like I'm making like enjoy themselves, like have fun, become like amazed and all that. So once again, thank you all very much. All right, and well, this is the end of the video, so expect newer things to come. Hopefully, it'll be good things, and I hope you all have a very lucky day. Thank you so much.